All right. We're live.
Are we live?
We're live.
All right.
Welcome, everybody. We are back here at the Super Summit in San Antonio, and got some friends of mine here. I've actually spoken with Logan's dad. I've had
Jeremy and Frank, yeah,
on the show, and so Logan Angel's here today to talk about their business, and yeah, so excited to have him here.
Yeah,
welcome.
Super excited to be here. It's been a good atmosphere here, and I'm excited to talk about the business. I think there's a big gap in the industry, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions, Kevin, as well as we get along here.
All right, we can go with that.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, I guess, just basics for everyone listening. Claim Angel, and that way people can know what you do. They can look you up and follow you.
Definitely. At our core, what Claim Angel is we're a marketplace. We connect people in accidents or people with a legal case with funders that existed before us on the marketplace. The funders fund their case. The person gets some liquidity, money today, and they pay back when it settles. This industry has existed for a few decades now, and what it's turned to become is a very high rate predatory industry that there are good funders out there, but the bad actors are always in the industry, is the one that coined the industry. What we've done is we've created the standard. One set rate on the marketplace, the same terms, the same process every single time.
Yep.
We're cleaning up the industry by having very transparent terms, a single contract that funders abide by and plaintiffs get to know every single time. So that's us at our core. I'm excited to dive into a couple different things, but
sure.
Yeah, any questions for me on that, Kevin?
No, I mean, I've obviously got to know about you guys a little bit, what you're doing, and think, I know more about how a law firm operates and the business side of things, and the marketing side of things.
Yeah.
But me as a marketer that has law firm clients, I see less of the person on the other side that has a claim or has a case, who's dealing with financial struggles or things that they got to pay for.
What I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What percent of America? What percent of America lives paycheck to paycheck?
64%.
Yeah, it's over 50%. It's a good guess.
Okay.
Over 50% of America lives paycheck.
Little guess.
What's the average household savings for an American family? Runway, meaning they can survive X amount of weeks or months without a paycheck.
Less than a month.
3 weeks. So 50% of America lives paycheck to paycheck. The average household savings runway is 3 weeks.
Wow.
But the average
I'm not happy that I was right.
the average case takes about 12 to 18 months. So you're telling me that a person in an accident possibly can't work, isn't able to pay their bills the way they were before, isn't able to get any money to survive while their case is pending. That's why insurance companies win. It's why they're winning much more than they should be.
Because they're willing to take what they can.
The insurance companies know these people are desperate. They know they need the money. So they're going to offer a 30K offer on a 100K policy. So what we've done is we saw the gap in the industry. We started this almost 4 years ago now. We saw that less than 5% of plaintiffs were taking funding because it was so expensive. Attorneys wouldn't recommend it because the client would get $5,000. 18 months later, it would turn to 20, 25 grand. That hurts the case. That doesn't help the case.
Yeah.
So we created a solution that beats the everyday credit card. I'll tell you about it right now. Yeah, the average rate for a credit card in America right now is ballpark
29%.
You're on point. 28 to 36%, especially with our plaintiffs that are lower socioeconomic demographic. We're talking about 30+% APR. Yeah. That is compounding. That's recourse. What we've done is we found a way to drastically reduce the cost for a funder to fund a claimant. You don't need a sales team. Yeah. You don't need a customer service team. You don't need a payments team. What we've done is we've taken that all off the plate. We need an underwriter sitting on the site. We get the leads. We do all the payments. We do all that. With that, our rate beats the everyday credit card. 27.8%, simple interest, no compounding, with a 2x cap.
Yeah.
What happens if you lose your case? You don't pay the funder back. It's non-recourse. So we've created a system that allows someone to relieve the financial pressure during the case. That 50% of America, we help relieve that financial pressure to allow the lawyers and case to grow to get more on the settlement. We're ultimately fighting the defense, the insurance companies, by bridging the gap with time. And the purpose of the industry was to do that. But it's been so high rate and so hard to function. We built the infrastructure to do that.
Yeah, it's amazing when you kind of put it in that perspective.
Yeah.
What you guys are doing to help people out. So, and I think I was over there talking to Frank at your booth earlier, Frank, and you guys got like the cake with the percentage on it. So I was making a joke over there, but like some people are doing like 50% or like some crazy.
That's on the lower side of the industry.
Wow, really?
I've seen companies charge on a $2,500 funding. I've seen them charge $8,000 for an origination fee.
Wow.
And then a 5% monthly compounding fee. What that means is that $2,500 in 1 year turned into like 20 grand.
Wow.
And I've seen that before. I'm not making that up. That's
crazy.
And that's on the higher side, but the average is about 100% a year.
Yeah, these credit card. I mean, I know the credit card rates only because I have a car, but it never rolls over to another month. But because I'm not gonna ever let that happen. But that's me being smart with my card.
And you have a decent credit score, I assume.
Yeah.
Some people don't. They can't get credit cards, and so we're giving them access to a product that they may never have access to before. 27.8% based on solely the case merit. Is the case good? If so, we'll help fund your case because it's an asset. Your case is a future asset that's going to pay out, assuming it's a decent case. That's up for the fund to determine, but we've leveled the playing field of being able to access, underwrite, and fund a case.
So you guys have, made a pretty big splash in the market, and
we've done 100.
Morgan is supporting your program. Right?
Yeah, we're their primary funding relationship. I'd say exclusive, but lawyers can ultimately do what they want to do. John highly advocates for us. He says, his quote, and I have it engraved in mind now, is, "Claim Angel is a Charles Schwab of client funding." It's the only company we use because the only company where our clients always win. And he hates funding. He did not allow funding in his company for a little while, his firm, because it was so high rate. But when we came to him with this product with Frank and with Jeremy, he said, okay, we're going to take a chance on it. This was 3 years ago.
That's awesome.
And we've really changed. To date, we've done 125 million through the marketplace. And that's in about 2.5 years of real time.
Wow.
And the goal is, the ultimate goal is to expand the industry, allow people to take funding more than what it is today. Meaning today it's just a last resort. People are only taking funding because they absolutely need it. And what if people were taking funding to help them get more on their case, not because they absolutely needed it, but because they could wait to settle 6 months.
Yeah.
Because insurance companies don't need to prey on that desperation.
Yep. Yeah, give the time case need
exactly,
and try to get the max amount of it.
I think it's one of the most underused levers in the legal space, to have a leveraged plaintiff and a patient plaintiff fight insurance companies.
Well, so technically you could have a client that's like wanting to take the settlement or want to speed it up because they're like, I need money now.
Yeah.
Like,
well, why
this is an option for them to get that while the law firm can work on the case.
Exactly. And why do you think less than half of people that were in an accident don't retain a law firm? Because they need the money. They know it takes time with a law firm. And I think we're going to help eliminate that percentage of people that can go to a law firm and get a little bit of money.
Well, I mean, you see this in all the billboards and all the marketing, that the general population doesn't understand that the law firm doesn't cost them anything.
Exactly.
But every billboard's free, and we don't get paid until you get paid. And they're trying to educate.
There's still a gap, though.
The public.
There's still a gap, though, because people want money now. And even though it's free and it's down the line, we're giving them a solution, a product that can get them money now and get them a case for longer. I mean,
it feels like a great option for a firm to offer it up front and say, hey, this is going to take some time. We got to work on this case. Here's what we think. But in the meantime, here's an option for you if this is something you need.
Kevin, from your lips to every lawyer's ears. But that's exactly what we're going for.
Got it. All right, all my lawyers out there, hook up with Claim Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been amazing. They've been consistent. I've interviewed your father a couple years ago, and then Frank back in Miami, and people that I know that use you speak highly of your all's product and your team. Bob Simon.
Yeah, Bob's great.
So yeah, great stuff. So claimangel.com.
Claimangel.com.
That's where to check you guys out.
Yeah, the purpose of our company is to help people. They've been in one of the most traumatic experiences in their life.
Yeah.
They are struggling to pay their bills. They don't have a huge savings. And we created a product for them based off just market dynamics. We cut the cost for funders and can help them get money without it hurting their case. So reach out to me, Logan at claimangel.com, and our company's claimangel.com. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Yeah, no, Logan, thanks so much for joining me here at the Super Summit. And I look forward to having lots of other guests interviewing while we're here. But yeah, connect with Claim Angel and Logan, and we'll see you all soon.
Thank you.
Peace out.
That was great. Thank you, Kevin. Interesting facts, though,
Thanks, man.
right?